I think it's quite double important to do a regional dialogue in time of a crisis. In fact, it increases the need of it. We are, whether in the region or in Europe or across the globe, we are facing a phenomena of rising populism, divisions, identities that are pre-state, pre-humanity, pre-international order, pre-multilateralism. Hence, the only way for our globe, for the entire world, to face this phenomena of probably catastrophes in the social order, in the structures of the world, the only way to do that is to stick even more to the idea of dialogue. In fact, if there is one thing that is needed more than any time at the moment, it's dialogue, because it is what keeps, whether that's Europe or the US or the UK or the Middle East, that's what keeps societies move forward.
I think it's important to promote cross-regional dialogue always, but I think it's extra important in times of crisis. I mean, the state of the world is not perfect. It worries me about conflicts and wars, about the climate emergency. The list of problems people are facing can be, we could sit here forever. But I think in times like these, we need to be able to find the positive hotspots wherever they are. So I'm finding a lot of inspiration, for example, in my work when I collaborate with friends and partners and civil society in the MENA region. They're able to give perspectives on problems that I might be missing. But also some of these challenges that I mentioned are so big that we have to work together. We cannot hide in our own organizations or sectors or countries. We need to find ways to work together.
Well, I mean, cross-regional dialogue is really important. On its own, regions are quite different in terms of their experiences, their challenges, their circumstances, even the aspirations of their people. And it's easy to focus on these differences and to look across regions and say, we don't share much in common, or what they're doing affects me negatively. The reality is that actually regions have a lot in common, and they have a lot more in common than they do in terms of differences. And it's only, and these commonalities can only emerge through discussion and dialogue and understanding. It's only really through dialogue and through having a discussion that you realize that oftentimes what people in another region are going through during these times of crisis is similar in terms of doubts, in terms of conflicts, in terms of their own need to deal with their own internal circumstances in their countries and their own regions. And so it's doubly so, because that's the time when you actually have more opportunity for conflict to emerge, and misunderstandings, and these things can be exacerbated over time. So dialogue, especially in these difficult times, is especially important. Even among people who on the surface may look like they don't have much in common, there's actually usually a lot there.